unfortunately, Nick went out first round. There we go. Nick went out first round, but I ain't wearing my glasses. I got my race pants on. We'll make some test hits. I think their test and tune is just now starting, so we're gonna get up there and get myself some seat time. So hopefully Nick can get a couple videos. It'll be good. Alright. I'm currently flustered. It's fine. It's not bad to be flustered. Let me get myself a chair. It's not bad to be flustered. I'm making some test passes, which I'm very thankful to be doing. But we didn't have good communication between Nick and I that like test and tune is happening now. We need to have the car up there, even if it's not like, even if we have a couple things to do to the car, you know, we can be up there kind of towards the end of test and tune. That's fine. We didn't have good communication though, and I literally was running up there to make a pass as the small tire round 2 cars were being like getting ready to be lined up. So it was a little bit of a rush. Nick had to pack the parachute still. Like before I pulled in, Nick packed the parachute. And I told him, I said, I don't know if I'm going to be able to make a pass because they called small tire winners up to the staging lanes like maybe 5 or 10 minutes ago. So Nick ran up there once the parachute was packed and he said, can she line up for test and tune real quick? So I drove up there and got out of the car, put my jacket on, put my helmet on, and gloves, and you know, all my safety equipment. And I went in the left lane. I don't know if there's video of it. I went in the left lane, no burnout, which was my fault. And I know for a fact that my foot was to the floor, at least for a little bit. I definitely pedaled it because of the way the car was driving. I was out on him too. If I wouldn't have pedaled it, like if I was comfortable with the way the car was driving, I would have stayed in it and I probably would have won that race. Not that it was like a race, but it was a test pass, whatever. But I pedaled it, and I pedaled it for probably a good like half second, which is like entirely too long probably. And he got out on me, which is fine, but I got back into it, and the parachute didn't deploy, so I wasn't going fast enough for that to happen. Which, I didn't need the parachute. Like, the brakes were just fine. The shutdown's plenty long. I ended up coming back the wrong way. Now I know the way to come back for next time, but we got the car fueled up. I'm trying to record a video here, dude. Mind turning your car down? Just kidding. We have the car fueled up. We have the tire pressure set, which is another thing. Like, the tire pressure was set. They were even, but they weren't what like we would typically have the tire pressure to be. They were a little bit low. So I say that it's okay to be frazzled because during an actual race, there's going to be times that this like last minute hurry up and get your stuff together and get up in the lane. There's going to be those moments, and I know that. So feeling this way during testing and having to go through my mind and like do what I need to do in the car, it's part of what I need to do is get seat time under pressure practicing. So I'll be better prepared for the next pass. I'll be okay. I'm gonna go, I got a drink over there, a little Pepsi. I'm gonna go have some of my Pepsi, cool off. Maybe we'll go watch some racing, and And I'm going to make another pass during test and tune in between rounds 2 and 3, so I'm excited. I'm happy. Finally being able to get some seat time. So, it's unfortunate that Nick lost. I don't seem very sad about that. It is unfortunate that Nick lost, but I'm gonna go take a break. We're gonna see for the first time in my 3 passes if I put my foot to the floor yet.
We're gonna have to find it, because how many times did you back up after the pass?
Just once. Alright guys, I just realized that for me, I missed a critical part in something that I wanted to include in the video. So, just a second ago, it was me asking Nick if he could check the tune to see if I had my foot floored at all during the pass. I felt like I did when I was on the trans brake before I let go and did my launch. And so I made like a mental note of what that feels like to have my foot to the floor. And after a little bit of discussing with Nick, like the tune, Nick has it set up that when I hit the trans brake button, or when whoever sits in the car hits the trans brake button, it starts recording the data for the tune at that moment. But it only records for 15 seconds worth of information. So essentially, I had my finger on the trans brake button early, and it didn't record the whole pass. It did record the beginning of the pass, and it recorded up until I had pedaled it a little bit, which I'll talk about. I think I talk about it after this little clip here. So, anyways, so essentially, I had my hand on the trans brake, and it started recording the data for the pass early, which means it didn't have enough time to record the whole run. But the only thing that I wanted to know for myself was, did I have my foot to the floor at the launch, and up until whatever time I pedaled it. Like, I clearly know that I had pedaled it because I didn't like the way the car was feeling. It was shaking around a little bit. So I know that I pedaled it, but up until that point, my foot was to the floor. So I'm happy about that. I have a mental note of what that feels like, and I am going to keep doing that in the future, right? That's the whole goal here. So anyways, we are going to get back to the regular video. Okay, thanks. Tommy did a little wheelie. Still got him, left lane.
Wow! That was a race.
we're about to watch the small tire finals. It is Tommy and I think the guys from New York, which is terrible because I'm from New York and I can't think of their name. But we're about to go into the finals. Nick's gonna make a test pass after the small tire finals, and I made one test pass. Like I said, I was flustered, and I went up to get ready to make the second test pass, and we were talking to some kids and had some of the electronics around on the car. But we were talking to the kids, right? And like showing them around and hanging out with them for a little bit, talking to their parents. Well, it drained the battery. Not completely dead, but low enough. Low enough so that the car wouldn't start when I was ready to go into lane for a test and tune. And yeah, so I didn't make a pass. And now they didn't run any more test passes, test and tune after that. So Nick talked to them and he's going to jump in the car after the finals. If he comes back, I don't know where he's at. He might be up here at the starting line. But let's watch the finals.